Today we're going to read the book Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind and another, his mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew and grew and grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day. And in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. Till Max said, "Be still," and he tamed them with a magic trick of staring into their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened, and they called him the most wild thing of all. And they made him king of all the wild things. And now, cried Max, let the wild rumpus start. A rumpus is a party. Now stop, Max said, and he sent the wild things off to bed without supper. And Max, the king of all the wild things, he wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around, from far away, across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cry, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up, we love you so." And Max said no. The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. And he sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day and into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. So what really happened to Max is he was being naughty, and his mom sent him to bed, sent him to a timeout without his supper. Now Max probably fell to sleep. He laid on his bed and fell asleep. And since his mom just called him Wild Thing, he was dreaming about wild things. And he smelled something. And he woke up. His mother had brought him his supper. Now, Max was naughty, and even though his mom punished him for being naughty, his mom still loved him. She loved him enough to bring him his supper when he woke up. Well, moms and dads are pretty good at that. They punish us, but they still love us. There's somebody else who loves us even more, and that's God. And in the Bible, in 1 John 3, verse 1, it says, "How great is the love the Father has lavished on us, that we should be called children of God." And that is what we are. The word lavished means that it just keeps on coming and keeps on coming. So God's love never stops. It doesn't matter how naughty we are. if we're naughty all the time, God still loves us and he keeps pouring his love on us. God knew from the beginning, when sin came into the world, that we would never be perfect. We would always do things that we should not do, kind of like Max. But God loves us so much that he sent his son Jesus to take our punishment and die for us. And when we believe this, we are forgiven and we will be in heaven someday. God loves us no matter what we do and no matter how many times we do it. God will never leave us, and that is amazing. There's a song at the end of this video that I would like you to watch that talks about how great God's love is and that his love will never end.